Hey guys, it's me, Game Time, and I've been wanting to try something new for a long time, besides my cringy Roblox videos. So today, we're going to be ranking the powers and elements from elemental dungeons on Roblox, from S to D tier. Alright, first up, we have fire. Fire is probably the worst element I've ever seen. Despite the effects and the way it looks when you use the abilities, there is literally probably nothing good from this element. Though, I don't expect very much from it since it's literally the lowest element you can get in the game. So, with all due respect, I think we should put fire in C tier. It's not the worst rare element, but it is one of the bad ones. Next, we're coming in with earth. Earth is probably worse than fire, I would say. Earth is not as bad as water, but it's definitely not as good as nature. So I'll put earth with C. Now nature. Nature is probably one of the most useful rare elements I've seen. So I'm gonna go in ahead and put nature in B tier, just for the simple fact that I've seen people use it on max mastery and it's not actually that bad. Now we have air. Air is the almost worst rare element I've seen besides from water. So I think I'm gonna put air and water both in D tier. We don't even have to discuss water, by the way. Water, I think we all know, is probably the worst rare element you've ever seen. By the way, I was a water user for a long time, and I just wanted to say it was not worth it. I had it for so long, and I got so much mastery, but it didn't even matter in the end because it was just such a bad power. Moving on into the epic elements category, we have first lightning. Now, lightning has quite the skill set, and it has been demonstrated very well by people who have used it and made it pretty far in their limit. But I have to say, lightning deserves a B tier. It's not terrible. It's definitely better than light. But I just have mutual opinions on it. Now we're on to one that I have used. Light. Light and ice I have both used, but I have to say by far light is the worst epic element. So I'd have to say light goes in C tier, but it's a close D tier. I had this boy on almost max mastery. I had almost all the moves unlocked except for one, and I was like this close to getting the last move unlocked, but I decided to stop. Light was not worth it in my opinion, and I just wanted to say it's probably the worst out of all of the categories. Now we're coming in with ice. Ice is definitely not as good as lightning or as good as light, but you know, I take that back. It's better than light. I haven't used it, but I've seen people use it, and based off of what I've seen, it's pretty dang good. So I'll put ice right above light with a B tier. Now we've headed into the legendary tier elements. First up, we have Angel. Angel is a mainly healing ability, an element, so I'm gonna have to put it in a lower tier. I'm not gonna put it quite in an S tier, but I'm gonna put it in A tier, just for the simple fact that people have carried entire teams just from healing their colleagues and making it to the end. Basically, it's a carry, but you're not the one carrying, you're helping other people carry. Coming in at number 2, we have lava. Lava, I haven't used, but I do have it as a physical orb that I could consume at any time. But, I haven't seen much of it since it just came out in the newer update. So, I'm gonna put it in A tier, because I've seen people use where they've, like, shot magma out of their mouths, and that does a lot of damage. So, I'm gonna put that in A tier. Now we have Dragon. I have a friend that uses Dragon, so this might be a little biased, but I'm gonna have to put Dragon in S tier. It has a variety of moves, including the ground stomp where it makes spikes come out of the ground, and Dragon's Breath, which makes a puddle of poisonous vomit on the ground, which slowly takes health away from the enemy over time. So, with this and those abilities, I'm going to have to put Dragon in S tier. Now we have Gravity. As a past Gravity user, I'm gonna have to say Gravity deserves a B tier. I'm not even gonna lie. Gravity is a terrible fruit when it comes to combat. Gravity takes so long to regenerate, and it also takes so long to get the mastery up. So with this, I'm going to have to put it in B tier, sadly. Now we have Reaper. I've seen many people use Reaper, where you can summon certain mobs that will attack the enemies, and it seems absolutely overpowered. So, with my careful consideration, I'm gonna have to put it in A. It's not quite as good as the last two elements, but I will have to say it is extremely overpowered. Now we have Galaxy. I haven't seen a lot of Galaxy's move except for this one move that everybody keeps on spamming, where they shoot a beam down at the enemy. With this move, they have destroyed entire waves of enemies. So, after my consideration, I will put it in A tier. I've only seen one move, so this might be a little biased, but I'm gonna have to put it in A tier. Now we have our last move, Phantom. Phantom was only around for the Halloween update, but I was fortunate and lucky enough to grab it during the short time that we were given. So, as a Phantom user and current Phantom user, I would like to remain this way, and I would like to say that it is actually really overpowered. You can literally spam the hand slap repeatedly, and Flick doesn't take that much time to regenerate. So, with another move that I use frequently, you can get a speed boost called Phantom Step. This Phantom Step allows you to move insanely quickly, and it is very overpowered. So, with also careful consideration, I'm going to have to put Phantom in S tier. And you know what? I'll even add a row above it. I'm gonna name this S plus tier, because that's how good Phantom is. Now, maybe I went a little ham with Dragon because I have a friend that uses it and I've seen them use some of the moves and it's kind of overpowered. But I do think that I should have moved Reaper up to S tier with Dragon, and I think I should have moved Dragon down to where Reaper is. If you think that any of these should be moved, please tell me in the comments below. I will maybe make another episode where I actually look deeper into them and find maybe more true facts about them that make them even more valuable. So, with this, I'm gonna have to end the video. Thank you all for watching, and if you could, please leave a like and subscribe, and have a wonderful day.